All right, hello everyone. Let's get this party started. Let me transition to the game. There we go. So let's keep this going. So we are at cycle 185, and we'll hopefully get another 30-ish cycles in tonight. Okay, that's the problem. There we go. So hopefully we make some good progress on that. My goal for this stream will be to finish up get all of this working. So finish up my little industrial sector here, allow all my dupes to be able to construct and burn off all of the fuel here. We still have this has no this has no access to any of this, but we can mop most of it. So let's mop all that up. Now we can't do anything here, right? So we'll start burning all this ethanol, and we will start trapping all the water and get all of that set up. This should be more than enough power for anything that we could possibly need to do on this asteroid. This is probably a little overkill, if anything. But I wanted to set up a good little industrial area for the dupes here to keep themselves busy making some Wait, what? One moment. Oh, there you go. It worked. Okay. I just double checked to make sure my mic was working. Okay. So that plus I'm going to expand the cooling loop that I currently have. That's only for this area. It has done a pretty good job at evening out the temperatures here. As you can see, it's more the same-ish color. We still have this block here to cool down a little bit, but it's doing a pretty good job at either warming up certain areas or cooling down others. Here it's interesting because this steam turbine is now turning on even with steam that is far below the required temperature for the steam turbine. So the steam turbine is supposed to require 125 kilos per 125 Celsius to be able to absorb, but the water here is all 109, 112 at the most. I guess the steam on this tile is 134. I guess that's what's causing it. The steam here is 134. And that's causing it to run even if the average steam temperature on this asteroid is far below that. Let's dig this out. I want to drop all of this eventually, so let's get that all dropped. So we'll clean up the rest of this map. We'll continue work on the building of these devices. I guess part of that will be to redirect the flow of my extra hydrogen to down here, so it gets burnt off when it's needed instead of all the time. So I think that would be best. So let's get that started. So let's get a move started for each one of the asteroids. So for this one, I will want to start with getting the let's change that. We can start going down. So insulated gas pipe, we can start going down here. We'll go down here and like this. Let's also use, there we go. So some gas pipes to, there we go. So once this is all done constructing, we can redirect the hydrogen to this thing, from this one to this one. Plus, if I have this tank here, I can now control whether or not I want to power this. This will, just connecting the wires straight up like this will make this into an ore, which will allow us to basically, if the battery says we need it turned on, it will start burning. Oh, that's the natural gas. That's not, cancel all this. Ignore everything that just happened. I don't want to put it here. I want that burner. Okay, so that's, and then we go here. There we go. So something more along the lines of this is what I was actually trying to make. It's the same concept, just this one is for the correct gas. So hydrogen to a hydrogen generator instead of to the natural gas generator, you know, as you would expect. But the same concept where I can add in the automation and make it so that, oh, I can't just straight up do an automation wire here. So make it so that, oh, it is the same one. Actually, I can just do an automation straight here. So the battery needs it, it turns on. If the gas reservoir needs it to be burnt, it turns on. So that will allow us to pull a buffer and only use the hydrogen when we need to, unless we have too much hydrogen. Then we can use more hydrogen. And then we can just burn it off until we have no more hydrogen. That should be helpful. So the next thing I want to do, once I make all this copper, I'm going to make a bunch of steel. We have plenty of iron. We have, well, barely enough iron, I should have said. So I guess we can make some iron after we make the copper, and then we'll make some steel. Maybe I should start, no, that would probably be too much heat for me to handle right now. To start. This is not as efficient as it can be. The problem here is that this is made with water instead of polluted water, so there's more considerations for how cold it can get. And this is made with iron instead of something better like steel, so it doesn't transition the heat as well. So it does do some cooling. Like this one is already cooled, but this metal tile here, you can see it's pretty hot at 37 degrees. So the water comes in at 27 and leaves at 27.5. So it does come in at 27.5. It's not even heating up. What? Why is everything 27 point? It's very stable apparently. It's like it's never touching this because this pipe is always empty. So let's change that, I guess. This one would probably be a better example. Jinx, that's okay. We all love you, but you can take a little break here. So this one's a better example. So this tile is 38.7 degrees. The water comes in at 36.3 and comes out at 37.1. So it warmed up a whole degree just by going through this tile. So, and that temperature is then dragged on to get transferred into here, and it comes in at 27.5 and leaves at 25.8. So it can be more efficient, and we will work on that once we have the correct metal and correct water sources. But for now, this is as efficient as it's going to get for the moment. Okay, so let's see how things are going. Oh yeah, so this is for this map. I can't forget about the other maps, even if I have a tendency to. So we have Lyra here, who's still very stressed from the last trip. I want to send another trip, so I'm going to turn this on and start populating some food. I'm going to send someone else, but I do want to send another trip. So once we have, we're going to change the crew to, we'll change it to Jean for now. So once we have Once everything is turned on in here, like this is turned on, powered, and it's getting pretty hot in here actually. But once it's turned on and powered, we can, and stocked with food, we can start sending over the trip to Shrubora, land, undock, and come away. It should be a quick trip. I don't see any reason why we need to stay here for an extended period of time. We just need to bring over the water and bring over the oxygen to make sure the dupes that live here don't die. So on that note, these dupes over here, they have a very high demand of them also. Mainly it's get some algae to not suffocate, get some food to not die, and I really want these Drecklet eggs over here. You don't have any Drecklet eggs, you only have some meat here, which is unrefrigerated but sterile, so it's good. My concern with breaking into here is this large amount of hydrogen and chlorine and hydrogen. It will take up a lot of the space here and down here, making it significantly harder for my dupes to continue working in these environments. Oh, look at that, you are going to blow. It's a good thing you're covered where it matters. But assuming that we can maybe get this Drecklet egg, it's 90% and 90%, so probably not. We're gonna have to figure out a way we can bring some of these Dreckos back with us. So, what's going on here? Why has no one turned this on yet? Nails is going to turn it on yet, and we have some frost buns. Frost buns are nice. It's warming up though. Okay, so we already got some power. We have, there, now we have enough food for 6 cycles on one dupe, which the trip will take about 1 cycle, so we don't need that much. So let's get crew in here and everyone else out. Once we have the crew in here, we will launch. Missing qualified crew. Let's see what so green input, this is input and this is the output. Sends a green signal when its rocket launch checklist is complete. Otherwise, sends a red signal. Okay, and this one's green signal launch rocket. Red signal awaits launch command. So I can have the launch go off automatically if I do this, is essentially what that's saying. Let's try that. Oh, Jinx, be careful, please. I know you're a cat and you don't understand anything, but I would prefer you not break anything, Alpha. So you'll go in there. The checklist should be complete. So ideally that would, yeah, I'm not gonna wait around, so let's launch. Yeah, look at that. So hopefully it doesn't break anything. How far does this? Yeah, it does reach, but it doesn't transfer. The solar panel is still really cold. Okay, so that should be on its way to the other asteroid with a bunch of water and food. I mean water and oxygen, which is kind of your lung food. So that should be helpful. Oop, made a mess. I really need to pay more attention to that. Apparently, I got him right when he needed to use the washroom. And he does not like the idea, and he just ate food, and he does not like the idea of using ladders, using polluted water. So let's go here. Okay, he mopped everything. He doesn't have anything to do, which is fine. We're running low on food here, but that our plants are about to finish growing, so that's good. We don't need any more copper. I just really want to build. I really want to dig all of this and build as much as I can. It's just we're such a precarious situation. I just don't have a lot of algae. We don't have a lot of food. it's not cold enough for us to just run an electrolyzer as is. Like, this temperature is not chilly. The water that we're sending through is pretty cold, like 10 degrees, so it's not like it's warm water. It's just that it's not warm enough for us to, you know, care. So I'm thinking we push all the water over here and make ourselves a nice little water pit here that we will use going forward to. So on that hand, where is the carbon? The carbon dioxide won't reach these guys. So let's. Carbon dioxide is down here or here. That's weird, right? There's two separations of carbon dioxide like that. So let's build down here for you three. And let's get rid of this. Ideally, we would start with some mesh tiles. Is this the center? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not even in the right location. We would. This is 16, right? So 1, 2 space 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2 space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space 1, 2. So we will put that there, which that should allow us to dig off the rest of here. We will also probably want to dig off the rest here and build here. We will build all of this. So that should allow us the beginning portions of making us a water area. Concentrating all of this water that we got here into a single area that will let us more easily dump the colder water we get from here into here. Basically ambiently cooling this whole area, which would be ideal. Insignificant. So I do not have enough copper to do the copper wires that it told me I had enough copper to do. Maybe I sent the copper. Maybe the copper was in hope. I think you are still. Whoa, you are carrying a lot of copper. I'm gonna tell you to stop carrying the copper. Apparently, I didn't. That wasn't all you carrying. You're also carrying about 2 tons worth of algae plus oxalite. We are running really low on oxalite, so I'm gonna have to come up with a different solution on how to oxidize that area. Which on that note, I already have an idea of what I want to do. I'm gonna which map is it? That's probably really bad for my bitrate right there. Dang, I didn't drop any frames though, so that's always really nice. So I'm gonna take. So where is my ventilation? I'm gonna take a gas canister, put it right here, and fill it with oxygen. We already have, so this one goes in here and can be split between this gas canister and the rest of the map. So with that, we should have a sufficient source of canned oxygen, which we then can use to power Hope. So we will get rid of this, and that would cut down some of our energy needs. We can maybe look into how we want to redo this in that case. But, oh, you have made it. So, Auto, will that allow him to get out? So Auto, like all duplicates may enter and exit the module freely until the rocket is ready to launch, but the rocket is not ready to launch. So does that mean he should be allowed to leave the rocket if he wants to, right? So you can go here. Can you leave the rocket? No, you cannot leave the rocket. So Auto doesn't work as I would have expected. Now he can leave the rocket. Now he's leaving the rocket. So Auto doesn't work as I would have expected. He can't leave the rocket with that. So we already almost finished So we're distributing all of the oxygen, which should help with some of this oxygen pressure that we're having. We're almost already done. I don't even know why he got let out. Like, he'll help out a little bit, I guess, but like, this is almost already empty. This is empty. This is empty. But the problem, like, I can't automate the fact that like this is only unloading. That's not. So what they need is a way to automate that this one here is only for unloading and not loading. The port is currently transferring resource. They knew a way to automate. This is green signal enables and red signal disables. Yeah, because it would be nice if it was like fuel tank required, it'd be like cargo loading incomplete, but it'd be nice if it knew that this is a one-way trip for cargo, and that partially fueled is fine. So let's get the crew back in. Yeah, I know, very useful time you spend out here. Okay, and acknowledge warning and launch. You should be good, right? Oh, the oxygen is far too high, not high enough. So we should be good to go. High stress. Is that still Lyra? Yeah, she's getting better, 65. The issue was that, like, they spent Lyra has high expectations, and she spent far too long on this very crappy map yesterday. And that caused her to go very, very crazy. No, I wanted a ladder. You guys do really suck at keeping up with everything I need here. But look at that. See, now we have some better oxygen. We still have a lot of water. It's still not that good though. Like, oh, wait a minute. You guys are on the same schedule? Harold and Frankie are on the same schedule. I really should. Yeah, like, you just slept, Harold. So I'm going to put you on this schedule, the closest one to not the current schedule. You're still going to eat, I guess. But you should, at the very least, now not interfere with Frankie's sleep. Yeah, see, now he's gathering. It's just not a very good, it's not a very efficient setup. So like building this is taking forever because they constantly need to survive and build to survive. Okay, so this should be done and working, right? So let's test it out. Let's get rid of all this. I mean, I can get rid of this too. Yeah. There you go. So you should go in here. So high threshold, it will send a red signal when the reservoir is at 100%, and it will send a green signal when it is less than 0%. And it's currently sending a green signal. So high threshold, we bring it down. Does that change the signal? It will change the signal as soon as we get anything in here. I wanted to start with sending there. Okay. So now if it is over 80%, it will send a green signal. Nope, that's not how it works. It sends a red signal is 80% full until it is less than. So I want a not here, I guess. And it sends a green signal when the reservoir is less than 20% full. Yeah, I want a not signal here. So let's destroy that one and put in a not gate. Because right now it's basically saying burn, burn, burn all the time. Which is basically what we had here. We want it to be better, not exactly the same. Okay, so that should have destroyed that one's wire. Let's put in that knot. But see, now it's not burning the hydrogen until we need it, or at the moment. That's not likely to ever happen. Rocket has no fuel, but we are back home. Okay, just as expected. We land exactly when, and now we're filling up with cargo and oxygen. This takes quite a lot longer to fill up, but yeah, it should be good. We have a printing, so let's try to print. Ooh, we can get some omelets. Let's give them something nice to eat. You're gonna go down here, grab some algae, because that is the most important thing we can do right now. Okay, so for you, I want to get rid of this. Get rid of this, and mop all this. Make this 0, and disable this building. It's basically like we're getting the warning because someone comes in here with high stress, you see, and then it goes down and up because it depends if Lyra comes in here or not. See? Yeah. Well, I thought I was deleting or disabling this. Come on, someone disable this as expected. Okay, so we'll destroy this and we will come up with a better solution for oxygen, which will not require us to have algae stores on this rocket. You are experiencing high stress. Wow, Gene really did not like that trip. These trips are just not dude friendly. Oh, guys, come on. They really, like, they were gone for a day. Oh, we have overheat damage on you. How hot are you? 43? You're only 43. Really? Your overheat temperature is 75. What's damaging? You are only, oh, you are, no, oh, 43 is the oxygen level. Yeah, so, oh, that's not good. I should have made this out of something a little bit more sturdy, like ceramic, but we don't have any clay on this map. Do we have clay on this map? We definitely have clay on this map. So let's see about getting some clay. We don't need any power, we need a cold area. Where is cold? Cold is down, cold is here. So let's build up this floor. Cobalt. Okay. And with this floor, we should be able to put a kiln. Sorry, I cannot say that. And then we could be able to make some ceramic. I completely forgot that we want this to be ceramic. It's on the 3rd asteroid, right? So let's tell it to stop for now. It will cool down, and once we have some ceramic, we can make it out of a sturdier material for the temperatures that we are trying to achieve. Yeah. I also probably want to move you over here, so you don't have your one blocked. Yeah, probably would be for the best. And how is this extra loop section going? You don't like it because you can't go up here, I guess? Sounds about right. So let's dig all this out and then they can finish off the loop section and we can expand. We have some more polluted water now, so we probably look into trying to replace everything with some polluted water. That would help with the cooling aspect. once we get everything here into polluted water state, we can start siphoning out the normal water and just making this a polluted water, the whole thing polluted water related. I think that would be perfect. We have some people who are idle. You guys don't want to do anything. How dare you be lazy like that? Okay, and did I not ask you guys to mop all this? Yeah, let's mop all this. Okay, so that would allow us to. So we do have a kiln, but it's a kiln that can't do ceramic. Okay, so focus here. We want to start transitioning everything to polluted water. It was a mistake for me to not do polluted water right away at the beginning, and I will rectify that by doing polluted water right now. So let's do that. And once we have that, we can start. Yeah, we can start here. Are we clear to come over here? Yeah, let's go one lower though, just because it's more in line with where we want to be. And we can then, right here. So this will allow us to replace all of the excess there we go. So this will siphon out the polluted water that we have here, replace all of the excess, all of the holes from this device with polluted water. And if I also make some changes here, so I only want to destroy buildings. Now that we have a stable, we can make a refill right there. So we just need to delete these two, put that bridge in, and we can reconstruct these two, and that should allow us to both fill in and take out. So let's not do that just yet, actually. No. Let's not do that just yet. I've changed my mind. Let's replace this entire pipe with water first before we do that. And then I can get to a point where we can... Oh, everything okay? I thought I saw a message. I thought everything okay over here. There's a kiln that we wanted. And we'll make 20 ceramic. Oh, you guys don't like not being able to walk there. I thought I gave you guys the order. Oh, wow. This is a slow going, that's for sure. But oxygen is doing better. We have oxygen all over the place. We still have some algae. It's very slow going in the building because we are constantly harvesting and constantly worried about. So that's plants priority 6 here. Can you guys even? Yeah, okay, you guys can make it there. So let's delete this and this. But I guess we need to construct this one here, and this one. Before we can delete those, we have to get over this gap. Oh, we have some skills. Let's see who wants to learn things. Oh, it's so much better organized until you teach someone, until you get a new dupe, and then it's just like, no, we don't want to look nice anymore. So, what do I want to give you? I can make you learn a little bit better. You're getting there though. So I'm going to give you some athletic and maybe call that a day for you. Yeah, Lyra is still... Oh, but I could get her to pilot quicker. Yeah, I'll do that. Quicker piloting sounds nice. You have And she was already in some science, which made it much easier to get quicker piloting. So I'll make you run faster also. I'll make you run faster. And that's everything for everyone. Our dupes are going to be real fast. Well, the trained ones. So yeah, that gives us plenty of water here. Once we build this out, we will have some water for a long time. We do want to, but this should all be reachable, so yeah, let's build that there. I do like this wire is still good, so technically we could go like this. That should work. I don't think there's anything in the game stopping you from doing this. And that should keep the battery powered for quite a long time. Our usage is very low. Okay, so we need to put a new pitcher pump where its final resting place will be. Some ladders here. And we're gonna put the wall here. So we need to start building, we need to start shrinking that to put all the water into one place. Okay, and you guys are all going to start sucking up this carbon dioxide, which I'm sure my dupes will be very happy for. Okay, so I think we can leave them be for a little bit. How are things going here? Okay, so the water is all connected. I'm assuming these pipes are not all done. That's mainly because, so if we disable and disable, let's temporarily, oh, never mind, not disable. Let's temporarily change the priority to these to being sweep only, and let anyone in and out. So that should allow them to build up this. And once that's built up, we can expand our water loop. And liquid. So the idea we're going to have here is liquid pipe element sensor, and be like, if you detect water, turn on, and that will send the water where can I put this? That should send the water. And just to make sure the game doesn't get confused, we'll put this here so it knows that it needs to send all the water over here. What? Why is that made of granite? Why is it? Oh, okay. Well, we'll leave that be. We'll replace it with granite. That's not a big deal. So essentially what this will do is that if it detects water in this pipe, it will send the water away. Nothing will go through here, and eventually it will be replaced by polluted water. Once the whole pipe is replaced by polluted water, we can then do the same idea here, where we can send this water here onto this pipe, and send water from here onto this pipe, and any water going from here to here should turn out to be water that gets said no to. We don't want to turn it on just yet. We also need power. Wire right here. Actually, I'm not sure about the secondary. The secondary line might be a little bit more difficult to get done. So this should work. So I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna try. So plumbing, bridge. We're gonna put this here, put this here, so, and the water goes, No, I'd want it to be the other way around, right? I'd want the water to... Yeah. So we can clear it out this way, I guess. So we need to build a ladder here and probably here. So the idea here is that we can clean out all the water, take it all out, and put it inside of here. This would allow us to... Oh! This would allow us to... There you go. So this will clear out the whole water here. This will temporarily turn off the cooling ability, which is fine. So I guess, I mean, in that case, let's just turn this on then. Water. Liquids. The only one that starts with a W. The weirdest character in the English alphabet. W. There we go. And that should allow us to start filling everything up here with polluted water. It might take a little bit, but it should fill up with blue water. Can this be disabled? Let's disable this for a little bit, make it a little easier on us. And this is fully connected, so we can go like this, cancel this, destroy these. If I had the wire add-on, then I wouldn't need to potentially make a mess, but since we don't, there we go. Oh, that actually didn't make a mess too. That was perfect. Everything worked out very well. You picked the one that didn't have anything, and then this one was full but moved over as he was destroying it, and it moved over as he was destroying it. That actually worked out really well. So now the water will go around here, this longer loop, cool out more things, and this will all be filled slowly but surely with some polluted water. Oh, we want to make an exception for now. If it's below 999. So let's make an exception for now, and let's... Did I not disable this? It's disabled, but it's still taking in... Let's enable it then, and destroy that. No, that's not, because that's going to make a mess. We're just going to accept it for now, I guess. We can put one of these here. So this would be input and output. We can put one of these here, and that would allow us to dump all of this water into here. So we can stop having this whole one polluted water stuff going on here, and just have this all be polluted water. So let's get that built. They switched spots. Sending people on hope, it really does something to their morale. It makes them not want to continue living, which is very sad. Like, you're going to save your dupe friends over here, you're sending over crucial resources for their survival, and then you're like, I hated that experience, I never want to do that again. I will start destroying things if I have to do that again, or I will start... Oh, Abe has some slime lung. Or I will like eat all of the food we have as a threat if you make me do that again. It's like, okay, I guess we are not sending you back. It's like, yeah, you are crazy and you win. So we have a pocket of polluted oxygen here, so let's try to get rid of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones, right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where the door would be. So let's clean that up. Let's increase the circulation of air a little bit in here, so that we don't have as many pockets of just laying around. Because right now, like, we have little pockets all over the place of everything. So we can try to rectify that. Yeah, sounds good. So these guys seem also very happy that I moved them down here. They seem to be getting much more carbon dioxide, which is good. I mean, that's exactly why I wanted them down there, so they could get to work. Okay, we still have plenty of food. We have some people with some new skills. You have 19, so you're getting pretty skillful. I could potentially make you a rocket pilot number 2 though, which would be nice. Talking about that, maybe I should like signify that you are a rocket pilot number 2. And yeah, let's put you into that direction too, rocket pilot number 2. That would allow us to more easily determine who are our quicker pilots, which is what we would prefer at the very least. When sending over, it'll be quicker trips. Same amount of gas use, which doesn't really make much sense, but it'll be quicker. So it cuts the time of the trip in half, which that's definitely quicker. Oh, let's kill this off. Oh, so we are getting to the point where we want to remove all hatches and non-stone hatch related. There should be a hatch, so let's kill it. We only want stone hatches now, so that means we also don't need to use sedimentary rock for food. So we can use something a little bit more abundant, like igneous rock and granite. There you go, so now we are gonna evolve all of this deliciousness into, make sure, yeah, meat's acceptable over there, into barbecue. And we can proceed with, yeah, so we need to build that. Okay, so back to the main focus of the stream so far. Okay, so what we want is this goes in here, this goes in here, and we destroy this. There we go, that made a mess, that's okay. We will just mop it up. Not a big deal. So now we should be able to just continuously fill in everything with. We don't have to worry about that one. Look at that. That looks great. So now everything that passes this point is always going to be polluted water. So let's do that. And we want this bridge here. So that would allow us to start filling this in with polluted water. Oh, we want to destroy and destroy. That is potentially harmful, guys. That's not potentially harmful. I'm pretty sure that's harmful. Okay, this is a now type of destruction. Okay, we're good. That did also give us more mopping to do, but that is perfectly acceptable. How's the mopping going here? Can I mop anything? Nope. So that should now, this should be full. We can get rid of, we can keep that there. There's no harm. So now we should be able to control the temperature a little bit better, since it can go down to -20. We will probably bring this down to 10 degrees, which will, yeah, that brings us plenty of buffer room, like -3. And if we do another round on accident, that will bring it down to negative 17, which is still safe. So we should have no issues with busted pipes anymore, which is great. And now this here should be full of better, I would say better water for this purpose. 25 point, it's not really cooling down any better, that's for sure. But it's going to start. Yeah, things are coming at 26 and leaving at 24 because the water in here is now going to be colder. Water at 20 and 21. So this should allow us to, I still don't like the fact that there's igneous rock there. How is the temperature on this thing doing, by the way? Can I start making more? Yeah, I could probably start making some, let's make 10 steel. See how that works out for us. We have some idle dupes. So we have idle dupes, choose a blueprint. Ooh, algae. We want algae over here. Why is no one building this stuff? No, you don't have any power. Okay, so no liquid output. I know you're doing good. So I have a good amount of ceramic now, so let's allow manual use. Where is ceramic? I think ceramic is industrial. Nope, it is under manufactured. Nope, it is miscellaneous. Nope. Refined. This kind of is refined, I would say, but raw. Ceramic. Ceramic is apparently raw minerals that you can just not find in the wild, but it's still raw minerals, apparently. Yeah, I assumed you would be happy by now. So no more manual use. That should give us plenty of ceramics over here. Oh, saving. To be able to fossil ceramics, but didn't I did not send over as much ceramic as I thought I did, maybe? There we go, ceramic. So let's build this one out of ceramic. In the same sense. Do we have steel? We do. This stuff is expensive though for steel. 1, 2, 4, 5. That is a lot of steel. Decor, copper, but steel is the best for this, that is for sure. We don't actually need this, so let's make this a little bit easier for us. We have diamonds, I think. No, we do not have enough diamonds for this. But we do have sedimentary rock, which is also pretty good at this. Right, sedimentary rock. So let's put one in each one of these. Put myself iron block here, right? That's still iron. And let's try to drag a little bit more of that heat out. Well, that won't work, we just found out recently. So where do we put these pipes? We can put them here, start cooling things down here, and here, 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 here. Put cool down here and here. That should be good. And once we have radiant pipes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll use copper for the rest. This one, 2, 3. That should be all of them. So okay, so that should hopefully allow us to drag out the heat of this metal refinery a little bit better into the polluted water. Because the polluted water is getting pretty cold and we need to heat it up a little bit more. Yeah, see, now it's coming in at 25 and leaving at 24, 26. It's the temperature differential between 26 and 24.5 is better than what it used to be. That is mainly because the water that's being passed through here is now colder than what it used to be. Which is exactly what we wanted. This water, see, this water now is 19.2 on the exit end. It's still 20.2 and 19.2. So yeah, you have to make sure you look at the same level. So 20.2 here and 19.2 here, 19.2 here and 18.2. So it's basically halfway. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's just a coincidence or if that's actually how the setup of this. Basically halfway. You're telling me you did everything I asked for? That means we should be powering our battery with, you know, renewable water source. Okay, so let's see what else we want. We also want to start with being able to dump the water that we do mop up into here, and we'll start pushing everything while pushing everything this way. And I guess the next thing after that will be to take all of this and dump it in here. We don't want to do that right away, so let's just build it to be ready. We don't want to necessarily start dumping all the water just now. We want to wait a little bit. So you definitely are going to get some exosuit training. I want you to carry better. Carrying is just so important. Whether or not that's your primary task, being able to carry better is definitely something that we want people to do. Okay. This looks great. So cooling is much better place now. Yeah, see? The hydrogen works exactly as I expected. Oxygen is scarce. I have no idea how that's supposed to work. I completely have absolutely no idea how it's detecting oxygen. Let's get rid of all you guys. No, we don't even need all this fire. Yeah, I have no idea why it's detecting this as having little to no oxygen. As far as I can tell, we have plenty of oxygen. So let's start digging some of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get this one over, go all the way. Let's get this one over and go all the way. Okay, so that should allow us to. Then let's start mopping as much as we can. Okay, so that should let us do a little bit more cleaning in this area. Digging, basically we're just going down, we're digging down. We'll concern ourselves with thwarting all this water eventually. It is not a concern for us right now. This is ready for another trip. Are my dupes ready for another trip. I cannot I cannot say if Lyra is ready for another trip in here. On that note, though, we should get it ready for. Where is ventilation? So if we go canister up here, yeah, we will definitely want to. Don't mind that warning. We will definitely. So, are you using all of the power even if you're disabled? No, you are not. Good. Idle. You don't have anything to do. I thought we had a saltwater dumper. Oh, yes, but we got rid of it. Can you guys mop anything here? They can mop that. Let's mop that. Okay. So that means all of these are built? No, you don't do building. That's why you're complaining. If all there's left to do is building. And what are you complaining about? We don't have enough iron. I guess I made one too many of these. How is the temperature for this fabricator? So we have the shift plate. Comes in at 23.9. It's not even warming up that much. I was hoping the shift plate would help with moving the temperature along a little bit more. On that note, though, we do need more iron, so let's make a little bit more iron here. Yeah, mop. Someone's scalding. Because he was spending too much time mopping. He's weak. Okay, so I guess we don't need this anymore, right? This is empty. There we go. This is all. And where's the wire? Get rid of that. We can get rid of that. So we can get rid of this whole contraption here. This is perfect, and we'll leave this pipe here if in case we want to make this cooling loop bigger, like more of this area. We can go from there. So how's the temperature looking? It's livable. That's a minimum standard right there. The important thing is that this has been running for a while now, and we haven't burnt anything to the crisp yet. So it's keeping us to be able to use this metal refinery for whatever purposes we want, as long as we move it to ceramic, so it doesn't overheat itself. And we can. That would be great. Okay, so you guys are. Let's get rid of this level. Oh no, guys. That's not what I wanted. Food's still doing great. How's Hope doing? Can I send another shipment just yet? So, enable auto bottling oxygen. So bubbles should come here soon. There we go. As soon as they get here with that can of oxygen, I will remove the ability for this to take it, so the can drops. And, there we go. So the can will drop. And that is now 25 kilos of... Oh, I can't... Are we really have 25 kilos of oxygen right there? So yeah, that is not the oxygen itself, right? No, because that's carbon dioxide right there. So yeah, so we have 25 kilos, so that's 25 tiles, or a little bit, half, so 12 tiles. So that's this much tiles worth of oxygen. Should be more than enough for a single dupe to make this trip. Therefore, we don't need, we don't even need this anymore unless we're gonna transport over some. But let's get rid of everything that's in here right now. We don't need it for now. And let's mop it up. Then we can put in some food in here. It's still stored. It never got rid of the frost bun. Oh, I thought it would have got rid of the frost bun. Okay, so that's... Oh, we have even more. together all... Oh, there's some wires here that we want to... so that should allow us to... Do we have anything else here? Yeah, so let's take this copper and... Do I even want this? I don't want this anymore. So let's, instead of going in that direction, let's just delete all of these wires. Delete all of this. Delete all of this. There we go. I want to be able to start collecting this carbon dioxide for rockets. Yeah, it's definitely, as much as I love Hope, and I probably won't do anything to Hope until we run out of fertilizer, the carbon dioxide geysers are definitely the way to go. And so I'm gonna start transitioning eventually, not anytime soon, to carbon dioxide geysers, but I want to start pooling it. I feel like Zeppelin has more than enough space here to start pooling some carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna remove the skimmer here and mop up the water that falls off, because it's obviously gonna make a mess. And there we go. Okay, so that would... Oh, Frankie has a skill. Frankie, my man. You want to dig some more, or do you want to do something else? I think Frankie has construction as a secondary. It might be nice to have someone that can actually construct a little bit better on this asteroid. What's your priorities, Frankie? Frankie has building. Yeah, building is the secondary skill for Frankie. So let's give you a little bit better on that front. That should allow us to... is there something going on here? Oh, Devin is... Okay, so we are ready to launch. So change the crew. I'm going to send over... I need someone on planet, obviously. So Lyra or... No, so Lyra, yes. Lyra, where... Did I check you? Yeah. And then crew. So hopefully you've calmed down. You're at 27%. You've calmed down since the last trip. So what is your schedule like? Actually, that's a very important question I don't ask myself often enough before I send you off on your trips. Where is Lyra? Lindsay is here. Where is she? Bubbles, Nails, Devin. Oh, what? Oh, there you go. Okay, so perfect. She just finished her downtime. She should be prime and ready, fully charged, plenty of stamina, plenty of bladder space, plenty of everything to make this trip. So, now that you have a qualified crew, so because of this automation wire, it should automatically launch. Did I not build the automation wire? I did. Oh, it melted. Oh, okay, well then, launch manual. But our pilot is in here. Lyra is in. Don't we have everything? Why? Where with what are you doing? I guess you need to go into the machine for it to launch. Ooh, okay, so we can't use iron for our automation wire here. They melt. I just want to melt. I just want to deconstruct the iron here. I'll make it out of steel, I guess, so it doesn't melt on me. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, they're all mopping all this. You're idle. I'm guessing Frankie. Oh, Frankie's idle. Can you not build, Frankie? Why are you idle? We have all of these to build. Who is... Abe is doing delivery, and you're not doing delivery for some reason. Okay, well, that's okay though. That should allow us to do this, move this construction one more again. Yeah, we're almost there. So we just need to push all the water to here and push the water to here. Scalding. Cavaldo. You are picking up all the water and it's really hot. That's okay. It's not even that hot. What are you complaining about? Why would you be... There's nothing here that is nearly hot enough to do scalding level damage to that dupe. Like, it's a little warm here, but it's not there's 71 degrees. So I guess it was right here. It's, they are so picky sometimes. Like, oh, it's 71 degrees. Oh, it's so hot. Yeah, look at that. It actually is steaming the rest of it. And we actually made all the steel we wanted and all the iron. We have 500 grams of steel. I mean, kilos of steel. Now, in real life, that's a lot of steel. In this game, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to replace all of these, but it's not that much steel. 25 to 23. That's still pretty good. I probably want to make some more steel. Yeah, see, that's still getting pretty toasty in here. Even with 23.3. It's just not taking the temperature away as quickly as I was hoping it would. On the other hand, I do need more steel to start making an aqua tuner on other maps. So how much steel can I make? I can probably make 10 more steel, which should be another ton of steel. So hopefully that does not leave me in a situation where I regret doing this. Look at all that power. We have plenty of power. It's beautiful. I guess the next thing I want is to keep you guys moving. So right here, I want these airflow tiles, preferably this one first, and we can dig that out. Once we have the airflow tiles here, we can deal with that. So these are all built, perfect. Yeah, we can start draining the water we get from the rockets. We have some idle dupes, Lindsay and Ada. And you just want to hang out by the warm area, don't you? So next on my list of stuff that I probably want to care about is glass. Having a nice way of making some more glass will be helpful. We just want to make sure we don't overdo it on the heat department. So you need a liquid output. And we'll drop it and it'll land down here, which under normal circumstances would be full of polluted water. So we can high melt risk. That it's made out of mafic rock. Yeah, I need to make this out of ceramic. Okay, so refinement. Let's make you out of ceramic, so we don't have enough ceramic. I really want to make more ceramic, I guess. I did not think that ceramic would be that crucial. But let's make some more, and let's allow manual use. Yeah, I guess one of these is only 1 ton of ceramic, so we need to be able to transport more than that to the other asteroid. Lyra is not doing anything, which is not too much of a surprise. What is there to do, right? I really want to get rid of these. I don't really have anything to do with that polluted water. It's very annoying. It's just there. So let's here. If it's above 2,000 gram. Then we start taking this ventilation here. And we want to yeah. So we'll want to have a storage compartment for this right here. So we'll put it up here and then put it here. This would eventually go here. In the same sense, I want to add an automation wire to turn this on. And I'll put a NOT gate right here. Where's my NOT gates? So in the same sense as here, it will turn on and burn off all of the excess natural gas, either when we need the power or when we have too much built up. And in that spirit of things, we should also, so that's the output, that's the input. Let's get that ready. So once we pump in some of the oil into here, it would give us petrol, which we can then pump out here and use that as our storage mechanism. We'll probably want 2 of these, just because petrol is a little bit more important. Right now we can't do petrol rockets, but eventually I'm assuming that will be possible again. So with that assumption in mind, I'm gonna have this set up here. There we go. And same thing here. We want automation from you to you with a NOT gate here. Which one's automation wire? So like that. Oh no. It's kind of hard to see all these wires when they're not done being built. So I can't have the NOT gate here. I want the NOT gate here. Automation wire here with the NOT gate right here. And I want some bridges for some of these wires. This one, and this one. There we go. That should allow us to, same thing as over here, where this one is over full, we start burning things, whether or not we need to. The arrow's not doing anything. Oh, we are landed. And we have cleared out everything. Well, never mind. Crew, acknowledge warning, launch back home. Let's go home. So we got all the water we wanted, and we got all of the, so we just finished dumping the water in. It's nice and chill, which to here, creating a nice and chill. Okay, perfect. So this is almost complete. Did I make this water yet? No. Water 6. Perfect. Okay. Very good so far. So plenty of water. We still have half a ton of algae. Building broken. Where? What? Petrol. It got too hot. Ah. So I guess this wasn't good enough to cool, like transfer the heat over. Should have been. But it wasn't. So we will now have a ton of petrol. Which isn't that bad actually. Like this will turn into petrol the old-fashioned way. And then we can... Petrol has a higher temperature for scalding. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hot. We're not ready for this just yet to take away this kind of heat. That's okay. This will be handled. It's just gonna take a little bit. Yeah, we're dragging off the heat slowly but surely. 27 degrees. We're dragging off the heat. Let's just relax for a second. Get everyone back into a good place. But we will need to cool this down and replace all of these pipes with something a little bit more conductive, like steel. That should... Oh, someone made a mess. Are you home yet? Yep, you are. Perfect. So, almost enough time for a full... Oh, if I had been more attentive, it would have been enough time for her to do a full trip without having to worry, like without having to make a mess, without having to go to bed, without having to worry about her stress levels. I just had to be a little bit more attentive, which I wasn't. I will completely admit that. Let's get rid of this. No, we don't want one here, but we do want one here. But let's not do that one yet. Let's just dig that. Okay, so we have our water tank all done beautifully. We have 80%, 87% breathability, whatever that means. I'm not going to look into that too much, but I think we might be able to break into some of these pockets. And by that I mean let's finish building this and we will dig till my heart content. And my heart is content with a lot of digging. Okay, so we should be in a good place for... How are we doing on fertilizer here? We still have plenty of fertilizer. We have plenty of sucrose. Lots of sucrose. So we should be good to go for another trip if we wanted to. I don't think we need to right now. I think we have plenty of oxygen here. It's actually not looking like too bad of a place to live as long as you're okay with eating meal lice. Plenty of dirt left. Plenty of polluted oxygen. We're gonna start digging all of this. How much oxalate is in here? It's only 200 kilos. We're gonna dig all of this. Start to consider what we're going to need to tame this gold volcano. I don't think we'll need that much, but I like to try different things every now and then. Gold volcano is the easiest volcano because gold has the less thermal capacity than all the other types of metal, so it's the easiest metal volcano to tame. So I'm not too concerned. I'm still very interested in see what that one has. And apparently now our breathability is 60%. I do not understand. I wonder if it has something to do with like... Oh, no. Apparently I was trigger happy with that. You destroy these much quicker than he built that. Oh, they all die and their little Paku Fry are the only thing that survived. That should give us some Paku Fila for you guys to eat. That's nice. I'm assuming that's pretty tasty. So let's go and start to dig out these levels. This is 4. And we want to go down here. Okay. That should eventually let us destroy these random ladders in the middle of nowhere. And we can do the next level after that. Actually, we can just do that right now. We don't want to expose ourselves to this vacuum just yet. I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to seal this in, because this is a very large empty space full of empty. We obviously want to take care of that, but I'm not exactly sure how we will go about that. So let's see, water is not that important right now, but we are looking for better dupes. One that cannot dig. Oh no, if they can dig, they just are just bad at it. That's much better. This is so much better than not being able to dig, because if they have nothing else to do, they will dig. They're just really bad at it, and they're a quick learner, and they have an innately stylish decor bonus with tidy cooking and decorating. Actually, I think you might actually have a place here. We do need a chef, right? We don't have someone whose priority is cooking. We do need a chef, and we have the possibility, like we have paku here for making paku fries. We have water. It's not fully resupplyable, but we can start. We'll need seeds, but we can start looking into some of the nicer amenities, like we can make a full-on barracks and a nicer great hall and an actual washroom with all of the works. And then we can like move all this stuff around and do an actual food system. So we only have 3-4 dupes. So if we can get some the bristle blossom over to this map. What's the volcanoes on this asteroid again? Polluted water vent. So it does have a polluted water vent. I don't know where. So maybe it would be better if we tame some buckets. And we do have some polluted water down here. So, and some more down here, and some down here, and some down here. So yeah, I'm guessing the next trip over we will send over some bog bucket seeds, and hopefully we can send those over and start doing some bog bucket raising. That's base exposed. So this stuff doesn't actually have a background. So we can't really, unless we start putting some plates here, we can't really put a second tile of farming here. But we will maybe put the farms here and put the polluted water here and the water here and a latrine here. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Oh, we have a heat stroke that I have to deal with. Mainly because of this very large amount of petroleum that we just dumped everywhere. Apparently I was not as ready for this as I thought I was. We do have a good amount of steel though. It's just, you know, oh, look at that. This is, this one's working much better than this one. So we have to cool this down first. We will this is being cooled down. The temperature in here is spreading a little bit, but contained for the most part by these radiant tiles. Maybe I should dig out some of this. Let's dig out some of these. This is a vacuum. Diamonds. New printables. I thought I just printed. Well, no, I never actually did print Stinky. I just said Stinky is a good print. I never actually did print him. So, oh, I got an achievement. I think I have 20 dupes. Yep. Yay. You can tell how excited. Oh, I hate this bug. You can tell how excited I am about that. So, Ada, you have plenty of morale extras, so let's put you here. Stinky, you are going to be our chef, so let's put you first as a grill. Priorities for you will be cooking, and you can also do some, I won't enable it right now, but you will eventually be able to do some decorating and tidying. So priority for you, do we have someone that's okay with tidying? We do. So I'll bring you up here. You are going to go down in digging, and I'll put you neutral for, should I put you higher for storing? Yeah, we don't really have someone that is high for storing. Oh, we don't have any more beds. I completely forgot that you need bed. I did not plan ahead enough. You'll just have a bed right here. You will sleep where you can. Don't worry, we will have a proper 8-person barracks soon enough. Yeah, this is not looking very good for you guys. But these diamond shift plates should... I thought I heard them leaking. Nope. These diamond shift plates should allow us to absorb this heat a little bit better. Because we're going to have to do this all over again. Template. Nope, that's still not enough diamonds. We should have more refinement, so glass, make you out of ceramic. We're gonna need one more steel, and that's gonna pop all of this again and warm this all up, but we do need to start is there anyone in particular here? Banny can do it, but it's not the highest priority. Damage overheat. Really? That makes sense. Let's destroy him. Destroy. Destroy. These don't need to be done right now. We don't have this working. We can just rebuild them as we need them. Yep, so that burnt, boiled over all that crude, as expected. Well, is it just like really bad at processing all of this steam, or? Yeah, I guess we're getting pretty close to the level where the steam has to be before. Okay, so because of this, now we have some. This will actually work out for us. Now we have some petrol, which has a higher boiling temperature. So we should be able to now pump this petrol inside of here, like this. Let's let it cool down for a little bit more. But once it's cold enough to be able to be handled, yeah, that broke, that's fine. We can pump the petrol back into the pipe. Yeah, it's all very hot, we get it. You don't like it, no one likes it. Bubbles has earned a new skill. Good job, Bubbles. You are... I can make you a pilot too. Well, you don't like piloting, unlike the other people. So I'm gonna just give you some better digging ability and leave you be. How many? There's not that much diamond in one of these. Yeah, let's get out of there before something bad happens. On the other hand, this temp shift plate. Temp shift plate. Can I make it out of diamond yet? I can. So let's put one right here. And then let's get people out of this not too hot, but hot enough area. But the problem is now we have this too hot area. Like this water is coming out in here and it might actually be cooling itself off. Like, this is 20, yeah. How much steel do we have? 1.1k. We will need to, so if I get this right, we should be able to mop this after we build this temp shift plate. If we mop this, we should have exactly 800 kilograms of petrol. There we go. Mop this now. With that 800 kilos, that should fill up. There we go. Oh, apparently we missed some, guys. So, where's petroleum? 800 kilos, perfect. So now we go here. We say, let's dump all this petrol here. With some wires. That will allow us to then fill this, which we will destroy first. We will then reconstruct it as ceramic, fill it with petroleum instead of oil, and then replace these pipes as soon as we can, which I guess is now. So if we destroy this, that should condense all of the steam into... No, it did not. It just warmed up everything else. That did not condense as I was expecting, or hoping that it would. There's just too much water in here. Okay. Okay. So that should fill this tank up, and hope it's getting there. There we go. So now it's all water. So let's just wait until this all condenses. Then we can replace all of these pipes with some steel pipes. So to do that, we need to get access there and there. Can we remove that? Oh, that did not. Apparently that was still too hot. Everything will be fine. It's had too much water in it anyways. Okay, so let's remove everything from in here. Yeah, see, everything's fine. This is only 20 degrees now. It was just a... Yeah, it's fine. No problems. We'll mop this up. Maybe not right now. It's probably not the highest priority thing to do right now. Probably wanna... That's a ton of steam. That's probably what happened here. Look at that. We can build these. So let's get rid of you guys. And this one too, please. Okay. But no, let's make these first, and let's make that. Oh, I wanted to make that 5. So we'll destroy that, but after we are done rebuilding this seal, once we are done building the seal, oh, or not apparently. I don't want this material to drop in here. So once we're done rebuilding the seal, we'll move this over by one. So that this isn't blocked by its own output port. Once that's done, we should be good to go. This is now steel, so it should conduct the heat better for all the steel that we try to make. So what's going on here? You're actually making pretty good progress at this digging malarkey. You're just complaining that we don't have enough oxygen when we don't have any algae. Very little polluted oxygen left. On the other hand, we can always send another ship, I guess. But let's get things ready here. We'll feed you soon, Jinx. Yeah, I'll take a little... I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna feed my cat. And just give me a minute. There we go. That is some food for the cat. There we go. Very good. Okay, so as we were, so let's get things ready for the digging here. And let's dig a little bit more here too. Main reason for this is I don't want, like this is dry, I want to keep it that way. So I want to put this polluted water a little lower here. You guys still have nothing to do. That's such a... Okay, so I guess you guys can start mopping then. If you have nothing better to do, you can mop up the fun time we just had. Let's destroy you and put you one to the side here. Oh, redness. Okay, so maybe we should put some... we're going to keep going in this direction, especially once we start going down here. So I'm saying we put some medical beds in place. No, just in case. Ren seems like he could probably need a nice nap. We'll just, yeah, everything's fine. How much refined carbon do I have? Maybe I can make, no, I'm not going to make any more refined carbon. The heat should be dissipating. See, it's going away. It's getting put in here, which is getting deleted by the steam turbine. It's working, as expected. You guys still don't have anything to do. Do we have these, where are they? Okay, so let's put someone, so make these 50%. 50%. 50%. So it says here that Ren already has this one, which is 50%. We will put Ada on this one. There you go. Where is Ren? Is he really that bad, in that bad of shape that he can't even walk to where we need him to be? It's getting even warmer down here. 300, 400 degrees. Wow. I'm so, like, Abyssalite is basically saving us right now. This whole almost completely isolated. The only entrance being right here and here. But this is actually, this might actually be the better location for us to try to get some more oil. Even if we do have some sour gas here, we could probably handle this area a little bit better since it's the furthest area from the leak compared to over here, where it's, even here it starts to get pretty warm, 150. And down here, the hottest it gets is in the 90s, right about here, hundreds. Well, ignoring the abyssite, that is extremely hot. Ignoring that, we probably are in a better. We would have better luck just going straight down. Do you have any germs? Because I see a spore child here, but it doesn't look like there's any germs in here that we would need to be concerned about. So that's good. So let's rebuild what we had here. We'll make it out of iron for you, and iron for you and you. So once this is, what's the weight on here? Everyone who, we don't have a builder with a priority builder in this asteroid, really? We do not have a priority builder. The best we have is Ada, and Ada is currently not happening. So I really want this built. So let's go here. Do I want to make another launch with... not really. I think we're still good. I don't think we need another launch. We finally broke in here. We should be good to do this. And so this hydrogen should start piling up here. Hopefully it does not mess with my mealwood production. That would really suck. We will find out, and then if it does, I will need to do emergency modifications for that. Otherwise, I have Drecos going on that I have access to now, which is going to be nice. Oh, you are stuck, aren't you? God. So you can move up here. Nope, you can't even move up there. You need to construct this ladder. Do you have... Yeah, so this, and that should allow you to get out. So let's test this. Yes. Okay. I really dislike these dupes sometimes. Let's increase the priority of these ladders so that tends to help prevent them from... Oh, hey, Narf. Welcome back. Yeah, sure. Are you talking about the one... Oh, sorry about not seeing your message for however long it was there. I still haven't turned on timestamps. I still haven't figured that part out. You're talking about this, I'm guessing? So my cooling hoop? Yeah, for sure. So this is... it's essentially here to cool the water that's passing here. So as you can see, the polluted water is coming in at 30 degrees and leaving at 27 degrees. So it's destroying 3 degrees of heat in the polluted water every second. That, like, it's very consistent. So how this works is that you have a counter heat exchange. So cold water comes in from this direction. So as you can see, it's 6 degrees. And hot water comes in from this direction. And what happens is that, so as the cold water goes through these 4 chambers, it heats up. So it starts at 8 degrees, or let's follow one bubble. So this one is at 6 degrees. Now it's at 6.7. Now it's at 7.3. Now it's at, did I lose it? 7.9. And it finishes at 8.5. So it picks up heat as it goes through these 4 chambers. And once it cycles back, if it's too hot, it will be cooled down by the aqua tuner, which will heat up the environment it's in. And once it reaches 125 degrees, it will be cooled down by the steam turbine. While the other way around, this comes in at 30 degrees. As it goes through, it cools down and ends up being 27 degrees. The reason for the separation into 4 chambers is it helps with making the colder water hotter when it comes out, and the colder water colder when it comes in. Because if this was one big chamber, we could have more radiant pipes, and it would create more time for it to exchange. But the water in here would be trying to equalize itself. Yeah, in this case, the water in here is now at 16 degrees and 15 degrees. And the water on this side is like 18 degrees. So 18 and 15 degrees. They'll never be touching each other. So they don't have to worry about that kind of transfer of heat. But in general, and then you just pass this colder, quote unquote, water all over the base. So I only have this side of the base piped up, and that just slowly picks up the heat that it encounters throughout the base and cools it down, transforming it and deleting it as you go. And this cools the turbine itself. 10% of the heat that the turbine takes in, it expels. I can't think of a better word. So this cools down the turbine itself. It's a slow process, but it's indefinite. So as long as you're in it for the long game and you don't need to cool something right now, it will slowly equalize all the temperature here. Even the cold areas will warm up, and will all be in the 20-degree range eventually. Now, I did have a screw up recently. Oh, you could do this with any liquid. Yes, exactly. You can do this with any liquid. I would recommend not doing it with water. So this system here isn't absolutely perfect. This is what controls whether or not the polluted water gets frozen. So sometimes it will, like if there's a clog or if there's a lag in the game, it will tell, like you'll get something below 10 degrees, which it shouldn't cool and it should just bypass. But because the next thing is above 10 degrees, I don't have an example like this one. Imagine, so let's keep it going right now. So this one's at 2, so this one here is at 2 degrees, so it knows not to cool it, but this one here is at 10 degrees, so it's saying to cool it. But because of the way the game works, it'll cool it next tick. So the 2 degrees one went up here and is now over here. The 10 degrees one is going to, it just got cooled by 14 degrees. But if there's some lag, it will try to cool that 2 degree one. So ideally, to try to prevent that, you need to make sure that the temperature you cool it down to, which in our case is -4, is at least 14 degrees above the temperature where it would freeze. So if you use water, that is 28 degrees or like 24 degrees, which is not nearly cold enough to be safe. So if you use water in here and you put it at 10 degrees here, you will most likely have, yeah, it's a closed loop. Yeah, this is its own little loop here. And this whole thing is a closed loop. It's not connected to anything. But the idea is that, like, if you put 10 degrees here, it will try to, well, first of all, you couldn't even put 10 degrees because that would freeze it. But let's say you put 15 degrees here, that would cause it to pop the pipes, most likely if you use water. That's why I prefer polluted water, because that can go down to -20. And so we can put 10 degrees here and you will never have a problem. You can use any other liquid will work. Some people like using petroleum, which has a very nice cool freezing point of -57. So you can make this very cold also. It has less thermal capacity, so it's less efficient for the power. Really, you want to use polluted water or water because it's very efficient for the thermal aquatuner. Or you use supercoolant, which I don't have access to, which is even more. It's 4 times more efficient per watt of power for the thermal aquatuner. Any liquid will do, but the less thermal capacity of a liquid, like petroleum or oil, the less efficient it will be per watt, and it will take more energy to cool things down than if you just use water or polluted water. So all that to say, polluted water is great for a lot of reasons, other than it's abundant. But that is also another thing, it is very much abundant. We have a lot of it, and we have but there's a very good reason to use polluted water. Yeah, exactly. It's all part of how the leading of the heat here works. It's always 14 degrees, doesn't matter how, like, the capacity of the heat. It's like different from how the metal refinery works, where it injects a certain amount of heat. So things with lower thermal capacity, like petroleum, will just heat up more if you put it in here, while water would heat up less. So that's a different way of it working. But yeah, and that's the gist of it. And I build 1 or 2 of these per map. They don't take up that much space, and they keep the whole map cool indefinitely. So like this map here is perfectly sustainable to the extent that we don't have a way to replace filter material since there's no meteors. We can maybe get some pinch, I think the crab things, to get some sand, but for the most part it is almost perfectly sustainable. But we have so much sand. Like, the only thing we need sand for is the water sleeve, but we have sustainable oxygen, sustainable food, sustainable cooling. It's a very, very good place. So right now I'm trying to set up a good power brick / refinement area. We did run into an issue where we had put oil in here first instead of petroleum, and it all bursted all the pipes because it got too hot. So now we put the petroleum that got, like, it boiled from oil to petroleum, so then we just put the petroleum in, which is better anyways. So we will try to see if that helps with, why are you just not working it? If that helps with making this a little bit more sustainable. But it should be working better now. I haven't set this one up yet. Probably won't for a while. Nima's idle? What's wrong? Oh, apparently Bonnie will take care of this. So I just want to see it first run. Yeah, I understand that feeling. Oh, so 184 going in and 132 coming out. That's pretty good. 50-degree cooling while going in and out. Like, petroleum has such a high boiling temperature, I don't think it will be a problem anymore. So we can queue up quite a bit of steel and let it run for a little bit. How much iron do we have? So let's queue up 1 ton of steel. And let's go to my favorite planet, my favorite asteroid right now. The crappy one. I just love seeing these dupes. Like, we have a perfectly sustainable asteroid, and then we have this asteroid, which is not as perfectly sustainable. That, to say the least. This is a mess. Oh, someone's trapped. Come on. Can anyone here even dig this? Yes, the person who's trapped can dig it. So we should be good for that. Yeah, it takes time and it takes practice also. Like, I've seen some people with a lot more cycles than me in a much more precarious situation than me, but I've also seen people with less. It's also like how much experience you have from playing this outside of the DLC also makes a big difference. Yeah, let's get rid of all these background buildings. And you're almost done digging here, which is nice. But I love this game. It is so well done. And the DLC just makes it that much better. So let's see what we can do here. So they're saying that we don't have enough food. I really want to start using the water to make some food, or using polluted water to make food. I just haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put all of that yet. And we still have plenty of dirt. So let's make another 5 of these. And We have a cook now, so we can potentially cook 100 hours. Oh, you're at the beginning of a very, like, right now the DLC is not even fully out. Like, this is basically the early game of what we have access to right now is, believe it or not, what most people would consider the early game of this game. We don't have access to any of the space material. We don't have access to any of the harder to find. Like, steel would be basically mid-game, but you don't really need steel for anything at the moment. It's just better than a lot of things. But once we get to access to better rockets, better telescopes, we'll actually be able to get into a real mid-game, and then we'll be able to make super coolant and get to a real end game. You're in for a treat. You're very much in for a treat. And even this, like, this is early game, and even that, it's still very good for something that you would consider early game, you know. So Devin, you could use. Do you? No, actually, I don't want to give you any more things? Question mark? Yeah, I think we're done. No, we're gonna give you some digging, just so that you can dig a little bit better. And Lindsay, we will make you run faster. Okay. So for this asteroid, I want to start considering building a latrine area here. I mean a washroom area, a proper washroom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. There you go. Oh, we don't want to. So we'll make a proper washroom area here. Hey, Shapez.io? That's an interesting name. How am I... Shape? I'm just gonna say shape.io. What's your problem? Shapes, I guess, yeah. I just see a Z and I'm all, like, I just ignore it as something that's potentially useful. But yeah, what's the problem you have with these genders of games, or whatever you want to call it? Let's see. What else is there for me to do here? Yeah, that's doing much better. With the petroleum, it's much more stable, and we're cooling it off pretty well. So that's good. I have too many dupes here and not enough stuff for them to do though. What else can I possibly do for them on this map? We can make. What's my problem? High melt risk. But why is it high melt risk? The pipe is in danger of melting at the current temperatures. So I guess it doesn't like sandstone pipe. So I'm going to use igneous pipe since it has a higher melting temperature. So I like games that feel like you're programming a computer by the time you figure out a bit too much. Yeah, especially as my full-time job is a developer, so I tend to go into these kind of games very seamlessly from what I do outside of games. So it attracts people like me quite easily, I would say. That's cool. Oh. So we don't have any more lime on this asteroid. So I know we can get. Oh, I don't feel comfortable trying to tackle this just yet. Yeah. So what do we want this asteroid to do then? Yeah, JavaScript. That's not my cup of tea. That's for sure. It's each their own though. I would never try to make a living using JavaScript. It's not my... I prefer typed languages, let's just put it that way. Any typed language. So let's see, we have a new printable. You won't build... No, I can't take another dupe. We can make some gold. Let's make some gold. Yeah, I've heard pretty good things about TypeScript, but like the problem with TypeScript is that it can't actually enforce the end result, at least in my opinion. Yeah, like it, even if you say like this needs to be a string, when it's actually runtime, there's no guarantee that that will be a string. Like the code should, but like if you're being a defensive programming, you should still check if it's a string. And I like to be able to rely on the code itself knowing like what it should know, type of thing. So I'll give you some research. I just like having I just like compiled languages that will tell you errors at compile time and that are typed so that I'm old-fashioned, I guess you would put it that way. Yeah, C#, that's a Java-like language. But yeah, that's a great language too. I worked on C# before when I was doing gaming in my younger years, and on Microsoft. Yeah, I was using a lot of C# back then. But not much anymore. Why did I not build? Why is there a giant gap here? That's strange. There must have been a reason. Is this? This is too what? No. It's the right one. I don't know why there's a giant gap there. I have no idea. I love that. Okay, so all this water should start... Oh, I know why, because there used to be a column here that I've been slowly destroying. Oh, I thought I was on the other map. I thought I was on Zeppelin. That's why I was so confused. I had no idea what was going on. Okay, and then I saw these fish, and I was like, what? There shouldn't be any fish on that map. There we go. That makes so much more sense. I'm on the wrong map. So you guys are going to starve to death soon, according to my warnings. So maybe I should send over some food. Yeah, that's probably not the worst idea. So, Hope, are you ready for lunch? You look like you're ready for lunch. Who can take you? Lyra is at 10%. What is her schedule like? Where is she? I think she's on the first one. Nope. Okay, so she just finished her downtime. So that's good. So let's put her in here. Let's shoot you guys off. There should be some food here, which we can then... Oh, it's getting pretty stale though. But nonetheless, we can take that food and send it over to the other asteroid. So once she gets in place... So I'm pointing my career where I've lived long since translated languages, though it seems same for you. 20+ year in programming in both static and dynamic typed environment. Yeah, definitely. I don't do much programming anymore, but I still have my preferences, obviously. But yeah, I definitely don't do as much programming anymore as I used to, and I understand like the benefits of both. Like the company I work at right now, we are a polyglot type of company, so we have, depending on the needs of the software writing, we can use either, we have some people that use TypeScript, some people who use Java, some people who use Python, depending on the need of the, so let's launch that, depending on what we need. Yeah, pretty purple. I really like the color. It's very nice. Yes, yes, that is definitely it. Most of the younger developers we hire are very much into JavaScript nowadays. It makes it much easier to hire new grads and such. Okay, so we are gonna send over some food and some oxygen. What would be next? Yeah, so you guys are trying to build this up, dig this out. I guess we can. Let's make 10 mush bars just in case. Someone should have the highest priority to be a cook. Skills. Ren has plumbing. There we go. And was really big contribution to jQuery back. Oh yeah. Oh, the time of jQuery is. I haven't heard people talk about jQuery for a long time now. That brings back very old memories. Okay, so this map still has the same problem. Too many dupes, not enough to do. Why is that the case though? Lime isn't looking very good. I am crushing all the light, right? Yeah, I am crushing. Oh, we should probably take care of this salt too. But yeah, I'm crushing all sources of lime. Do not want to get rid of my ceramic. This is... I guess we just start digging down now? Like, we have some... Cots, Ren should be almost fully healed. Actually, we can get you off that. 90. You don't need this anymore. Yeah, those should be good. I want to start piling up some of this oil here. So if I just go down, and I know this is high risk, but well, hopefully it'll be fun, and then we'll be able to actually proceed with 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4, right? 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. Perfect. So let's dig this all out. I'm not 100% sure. So if I'm assuming the liquids here will just make it so that you can't breathe this carbon dioxide before we even get to you. I'm really hoping that's the case. Where's the next one here? So we can just, let's go here. Let's go here. And let's go here. We want to avoid the abyssalite for now. So this should be good enough digging for now. I don't think the neutronium, yeah, there's no temperature, it's special. Unlike abyssalite, which actually has a temperature, it's not applicable. So that let's get rid of these. Should give us a place where we can actually, oh, and we want to dig this too. No, we don't. Let's dig over here so that we can, yeah. So our highest priority should be to dig this out, and then dig these out, and then I always like having my ladders being a priority. It tends to cause less stuck dupes. There we go. That should keep these guys busy for a while. Lyra is idle because she is in the ship. I think probably one of my favorite projects I ever worked on was working on Scratch 3. I've never heard of that. From Flash app to HTML5. Yeah, Flash is dead now. I feel like almost saluting Flash. But I've never actually worked on Flash personally. I'll build lots of test harnesses and performance monitoring infrastructure for a ton of different devices. Cool. Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely a very different domain than what I used to work in. But it sounds really cool. What's the problem here? Oxygen. No, I don't agree. I do not think oxygen is a problem. Yeah, so over here. Did we make any glass? I'm afraid that glass will break it. But let's find out. Idle. Abe. Learned skill. Okay, so you are one of my new dupes. With very limited morale provided. Maybe I don't give you a talent just yet. How about we don't give you a talent just yet? Let's get rid of these. Building. Yeah, that breathability warning is such a... I just want to turn it off. I thought I did turn it off, but it seems to always, like, you're supposed to be able to turn it off here, but it does seem to not save properly across saves. Stress, food, breathability is off. But yeah, like I feel it, like this should be modifiable. Like if we can edit this, and even like this is supposed to show you the historic data on this stuff, and it doesn't really look like it does. It definitely doesn't look like it shows you historic data on the food. It's probably broken. It's not. It's fine. This is early access after all, so it's what you would expect, right? Yeah, resource threshold warning would also be very nice. Something we can have down here, like telling me that there's no more algae on the map, or like how close we are to running out of coal or something like that. I think that sounds like a really good idea also. Oh, someone got slam lung. It's not surprising. I have an idea. Oh, and Hope arrived. So, oh yeah, we should probably get like a notification of some kind saying that, or at least be able to turn it on or off. Scan line is, yeah. I'm like, this guy got here a while ago. We're pretty much almost done unloading. But I never knew because there's no warnings or no ability to turn off a warning for when this happens. So view interior, I want to get all of the frostbun out of here. So if I go like this and sweep, that should allow them to come in here and store all the frostbun into here. That should help with the current food situation. Alright, what kind of dupe are you anyways, Lyra? You're my researcher, right? So you're not going to be very useful. I was thinking I can bring a mechatronics engineer over and set up an infinite food storage at the very least. I guess. Like, I don't think so, because the only two automations that this has is to tell it to launch and to tell me that it's ready to launch. So I would need another one to tell me like it arrived, or yeah, one that would be like it arrived. That would solve the problem. If we had that, that would be perfect. If you like had an it arrived plug, that would be exactly what I would be looking for. So view interior. So that should be all the food gone. So that means there should be a little bit more food here, which is good. So let's send her back. So let's get back in there. We brought over the food that we wanted to. So that these guys can eat some of the frost buns. And acknowledge warning and launch. There's no food on Hope. That is perfectly okay. I will take care of that once we land. It's not the biggest of deals. I am much more concerned about the food situation on this asteroid. So, what do we do next? I want to... Yeah, okay, so let's get rid of this. And... do we really want to dig more? They don't seem like that good of diggers right now. So we really want to start improving our... like, well, I guess food is somewhat stable. It just needs... like, you can see a lot of rotten meal life. So my biggest problem right now, I guess, is that the food rots. That should be solvable if I get myself a mechatronics engineer over here. Which shouldn't be too difficult to do. So, oh. Are you really that hungry? You have 3 cycles worth of calories on you, bro. I think you'll be fine. Okay. Really? He has 3,000 calories in his stomach. And your bladder's full, so that will be a problem. You're gonna pee all over the place. But I'm not too concerned about your ability to eat. And Camille, on this asteroid, what's that I thought in the bottom corner? Oh, screenshot mode. Escape to exit. It's barely visible. Like and it goes away real quick. I never knew that was there until now. Okay, so we need more for these guys to do on this asteroid. This is the biggest asteroid and it doesn't... it's the biggest asteroid, it's not the busiest asteroid, that's for sure. Do we have... how are we doing with the cooling of this area? This is actually really good over here, but this is still really hot. I'm gonna tell them to stop doing this. Yeah, we're going to stop. There we go. We're gonna stop trying to delete the carbon dioxide and start trying to pool that to make ourselves a second rocket. Should work, right? This one will be... I'm not sure what kind of material I want to put on this rocket yet, but this one will be a carbon dioxide rocket for sure. So I'm gonna go the way everyone else seems to be going and making carbon dioxide rockets. Can you? Yeah. So I'm gonna start this as a new project for a second rocket, and I'll put my ports over here. Can they run past this? Like, it looks like they can. They're not. It's not in their way to run, is it? Where is a random dupe? I need a random dupe. You're almost done sleeping, so okay. Then I click on move. No, they can. So that's interesting. Like, you can't build here, but they can definitely run in front of it. So, I mean, do you... yeah, okay. Sorry. So that will be helpful. You're gonna be home soon, I think. Oh, there you go. There's the mess I was talking about. Just sweep it up. You'll be fine. Okay, so we are starting. So did we have any germs? Did we have any spore child problems? Where are our germs? Oh, they did. the zombie spores happened in the water, I guess. I didn't think you could do that. But apparently there's zombie spores in this water now. How do they like this? They do not like this. Dying on liquid. So they will eventually all die. Slowly. Half-life is 2 cycles, so give it a couple cycles. Should be fine. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Okay, so that was the only spore child I could see here, and it's been neutralized to an large enough extent for my satisfaction. So let's get this more digging done. Make sure priority 6 for things that allow us to not die. And yeah, this is great. We have lots of carbon dioxide on this asteroid. We have lots of food. And we have lots of cooling, which is turning into power. Frankly, like this transporter needs a 4th one for power. I want to send power back. I want to be able to import and export power. That would be ideal. Because this asteroid just makes so much power. It has all that. It's continuously burning hydrogen. It has so much coal. It has all this petrol that I need to get rid of. I mean, ethanol. It has just so many power options. I just want to make this the place that powers. Like, if I could send a battery inside of my a battery inside of the ship, just send power and have this be the central power generation location. I think that would be real cool. I think that will probably be DLC though. I don't think they will have the ability to send rockets that have like a battery attachment to them, but I think that would be awesome. Definitely would be, yeah, I'd be all into that. I can make like, oh, perfect. Yeah, see? I don't know how long she's been standing there, but it's long enough that these things are full now. And she won't go out by herself, and auto doesn't seem to work. So, yeah, I just need this needs a little bit better automation, that's all. It's not like it's the end of the world or it's that bad, so. Good, so you guys are building this up well. Let's delete this. We'll be doing that here. We're here, rock, and here. And this will be where I'm going to store the polluted water, which I'm going to be using for our crops. I'm going to try to grow bog buckets here as the main food source for these dupes. I'll use these two here, these 2 sections here once I moved all of that down here for our bog bucket farms. Should be good enough. It's a good temperature for them to do that, and I just need to be able to this will be eventually a full storage of polluted water, but I need to, oh, oxygen pressure. I'll need to delete these 3. So, latrine, sleeping area, eating area. Yeah, that should work. So, we're gonna dig all this out. Take that out. Okay, that should work for now. Oh, look at all these. Look at all this food. Yeah, so let's dig all this out. 3, 4. Oh, that's not 4, that's 4. Let's let that oxalite provide us with some oxygen the old-fashioned way, and we will move U3 down here. That will allow us to get the oxyferns and put them into more carbon-rich area, which is exactly what I want. And then we can move our beds here. Oh, I can't really move our beds here. Oh, that normally should be a wall anyway, so that should be fine. That should keep it the right size. And we'll move our food here. In the same sense where the 1, 2, we move these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move these two, which should be aligned. And this one should be aligned for here. This leaves these guys with plenty of work. And yeah, so once these floors are all built, I can, I want to open you by default. I can move everything up here. And on that note, how are you guys doing? Yeah, I gave you guys a bunch of digging commands or something. Oh yeah, a bunch of deconstruction commands. But for the most part, you guys are doing very well. So new rocket. Let's start this new rocket. We will want it to have a carbon dioxide geyser. Space above rocket is blocked. Space above rocket is blocked. What does that even mean? Maybe it doesn't like how close these ladders are to it, I guess. So carbon dioxide geyser should allow us to have the same height as this, but maybe because so let's add another. This one we can make it only. We can make these like specialized. So this one can be only gas, and we only transport oxygen. Gas cargo. Can we make more than one gas? Yeah, gas cargo. And then we would make this, but it doesn't want to. Space above rocket is blocked. I think it's complaining about this being in the way. So let's delete that. Okay, so now can I make, yes, I can make you. And I just don't have enough of the materials for to make that one. So let's remove manual use for this and make 20 more ceramics. On that note, we have plenty of copper, so let's make 20 more copper. So that should give us all of the material we need to make the ceiling portion. We might need to go like that though. Yeah, I know you're gonna complain since there's no gas port. There we go. And on that note, we're gonna need to start bringing in some carbon dioxide. So do I want to just ship a bunch of oxygen? It's not the worst idea. Like, oxygen is necessary. We still don't have a way of making oxygen. So in that case, let's set this up so that we can ship a bunch of oxygen, and we'll need to start pumping up some carbon dioxide too. Let's assume we would eventually need a carbon dioxide here. Gas pipe. Like this, like this. And up. It's going to be a pretty big construction project. And from here we can go straight down and start taking carbon dioxide from this area here. Yeah, that sounds right. Do I... Yeah, put it here. Ooh, don't go too far. So let's put a couple bridges here. This should no longer be able to handle. So we go up. Put a bridge here. Not where I wanted the bridge. And let's put a bridge here. And put a bridge here. And we'll need to put some automation here. Like, that's a good amount of carbon dioxide, but it's not perfect. So we will put this here. And once we reach higher up, like right here, let's put ourselves a little bit of automation. So we will want this. So vent, we don't have the ability to make a high-powered vent. The idea is if we find gas pipe element sensor, there we go. So if we find that the gas in here is not what's it called? Where is it? Where's the NOT gate? So yeah, so if the gas is not carbon dioxide, we open the vent and that will reject the gas. So that means everything past this point should be carbon dioxide. And that should allow us to fill in this with some carbon dioxide. Irrelevant of what is actually pumped from down here, it will all get filtered out with this powerless like requires no power filter. And it's very useful for that. Pip eggs. I don't want any of those dupes. I just don't want dupes in general right now. Which is why I was so quick to dismiss all of that. So, do I have the material? Exceeds engine maximum module limit. Must be installed at the top of the rocket. So do I need to exceeds maximum... Oh, really? You can only have 4? Max modules 5? 3? What? The carbon dioxide... Is this new? It can only have 3 modules including itself? What? That makes it practically useless for transporting... No, this can't be right. I've seen people use carbon dioxide for transporting materials all the time. If we want to use a spacefaring module plus a cone, like, the cone is included into 3, right? The carbon can support a maximum of 3 modules, including itself. So let's try destroying this. Like this one's 5, and this is currently at 5. Are we out of fertilizer? No, we're not out of fertilizer. So let's remove this. I thought the carbon dioxide geyser could do better than that. I mean, carbon dioxide fuel interior. Let's disable this. We don't need to keep this power going in here. You guys don't need to come in here. So does that mean now that I can exceeds maximum module limit? Space above rocket is blocked. What? So that means I can't use the big engine without using the... What? This does not sound right. I swear I've seen people have pretty big carbon dioxide max modules. So I guess that's the benefit of these things. They can have more modules. They are slower, significantly slower, but they can actually, like, I can't have a spacefarer module and a nose cone and be able to transport goods. Like, this is a transport goods without a nice spacefarer module type of situation. Yeah. I guess I need to... Yeah, so I can put the nose cone, but now there's no place for my people to live. I'm gonna just put a normal cone then. Oh, that's interesting. Who's trapped? Oh, what did you do? How did you get to this situation? Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I have no idea. I did not know that. I did not know, like, that's such a negative aspect of these carbon dioxide. They can only be 3 high? Really? Wow. Okay. Well then, what do I do? Like, why do I even care then? Like, these can be 5 high. That's so much better. Okay. Fertilizer is a potential problem. As you know, how do I make fertilizer again? I haven't had to make fertilizer in a long time. It takes polluted water, that's sustainable. Dirt, which we get from polluted water, which is fine. Phosphorite, which we can get from Draco's power. So technically this is sustainable. We can have a fertilized synthesizer once we get Draco's, and that would be perfectly sustainable. So there's no reason to think. So yeah, so why do we not just do that? Why do we even want to use this carbon dioxide for this purpose? Like, I guess it's practically useless otherwise. It just makes polluted dirt, but in exchange for some sand and power. But give me a moment here while I'm thinking. I mean, I was under the impression that carbon dioxide geysers were, engines were so good, but I guess this was changed recently. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good change. It makes this much more interesting, challenge. But this does not provide that much space for a dupe. Okay, this has to be a short range flight, which everything we're doing right now is short range. Don't get me wrong, but it can be worse. So I'm curious. I haven't had to work with one of these in a long time. I do not really know how they work. Do you vent out or no? So it just expels the natural gas just out into the atmosphere. It will take the fertilizer will be at least 50 degrees. Produce some heat, so it does produce some pretty big amount of heat. And natural gas it takes polluted water, so I'm guessing that's what that is. It's the polluted water intake. Huh. I haven't had to do this in a long time, but this is just not as good as I was hoping. I really prefer my sugar engines. Okay, so what's the problem with this map? I swear I turned off breathability. I do not want breathability warnings. If my dupes die from suffocation, I am perfectly happy with that, because I am tired of these breathability warnings all the time. It tests anyone's patience, in my opinion. But what are we waiting on here? We have lime. We just need someone to actually do it. Okay. Oh, that's good. This asteroid looking very nice. Yeah, seeing all that heat that we've been generating and that explosion of steam we had up here, it's like it never happened. It's just all been transferred and consumed and turned into power. It's beautiful. So next on here, I guess we're gonna destroy this, and we gotta siphon out all of this this crude oil. It's not that much crude oil, sadly, but it will allow us to at least get started a little bit with some of this refining and burning of the crude oil. So let them keep working at that. We don't have any more glass on this asteroid, so let's dig that out. Okay, oxyferns. Oh, I thought I said plant. 6. So all the oxyferns go down here. So they can start consuming some of this carbon dioxide. I'm pretty sure I have quite a bit of carbon dioxide down here, which is going to be good. Is Hope on the way? Or no, Hope is not on the way. Neither is Operation. I much prefer Hope. Hope got generated such a better name. Operational Vigor 15. Wow. You don't hesitate with these names, do you? So you're gonna be. Can I change the name of these rockets? Parent rocket. It doesn't look like I can change the names of these rockets. So view interior. So should I make this different? All I really care about is, like, I need an oxygen source, so I need my ventilation here. I would like to have them a place where they can, yeah, so let's assume we can get some food. Where can we put food? And we'll put this, we won't have it powered. We'll try making one of these without any power. So up here we can then put washroom, right? So an outhouse should fit right here. We can put a mess table. Let's let them eat down there. So they can go to the washroom, they have a place to sit down and eat. And what else? Oh, we could use a bed, but there's no space left for a bed. Unless so if we move this here, no, we can't just magically have something float there. There's no space for a bed in here. So you'll sleep on the floor. But I think this would be okay. That gives us oxygen. We can put some food in here that will spoil eventually, but not a big deal. We can actually put food, like non-spoiling food in here. What? There has to be food. Like, does it say? I know, like, the berry sludge apparently doesn't spoil. I've been told that. Spoil time never. So is there something else that doesn't spoil other than berry sludge? Spoil time 4 cycles, spoil time 4 cycles, spoil time 2 cycles. So berry sludge doesn't spoil. What about mush fry? 4 cycles. I'm assuming you spoil in the regular amount of time. 4 cycles. Preserves 16 cycles. This does not. This takes grub fruit and some sucrose. 4 kilos of sucrose and 1 grub fruit, and turns it into an increase of 400 calories. It's good quality and it lasts for 6. Oh, sorry about that noise. My cat is being a cat. What about pickled meal? 16 cycles. That's not bad. Barbecue, I'm assuming, is 2 cycles, and same thing for frostbite, 4 cycles. So technically, the only one that will never spoil is some berry sludge. We can put some berry sludge in there, and that will never spoil. It needs some sleet wheat grain and some bristleberries. So it's not like it's free, and there's no way we're getting sleet wheat grain. So that's not happening, actually. Grub fruit preserves, on the other hand, we can make some grub fruit. We have plenty of sucrose. That is definitely an option. Or we could just make pickled meal. But it's just, or I could just let it rot. I could put like 1 kilo in here and let it rot regularly and just replace it. It's not like we care that much about food. I'll figure it out, but this should be good for a starting point. So if this works out, we might want to change hope to also have the same setup. The main difference is that I replaced this with a mess table. I got rid of. Well, I guess I can always put one of these here. So I just replaced the generator with an outhouse and replaced the battery with a mess table. So I could put a house here and a table here, and it would basically be the same thing. How are we doing, by the way, on gases? Why is there no carbon dioxide? You'd assume that like there'd be carbon dioxide from all the trips we've made. Okay, so let's try that. We should be good to go for that. Oxygen is low pressure. Are we really low on oxygen? Well, kinda. Yeah. It's not the best situation we have going on for oxygen here. We have lots of polluted oxygen though. That's okay. So, oh, what we can do is this, and that would let us go down here, and then we can. Okay, so that solves that problem. So let's move the beds. We're gonna put the beds here. So that should be our new bed area. We can destroy that. We will want to put our latrine here. So that will be the plumbing. We'll want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, some showers, and some sinks. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we'll want a great hall here. Probably would be here. So if I remember correctly, how many tiles do I need for my great hall before I put my first table? So right after. So let's go here. Great hall, as I was saying, goes right. Furniture, mess table. 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2. Same thing on this side. We'll want to put a water cooler in the middle and some plants here and here. That should work. Well, obviously we'll need to also wall it in. But once we have all 3 of these rooms constructed, we can destroy all this and start farming some bog buckets. I think that would be, yeah, that'd be great. Scalding and heat stroke. From spending a little too much time down here, I guess. It is hot. It's not that hot. It's like heat stroke level hot. I guess there are probably some places that are 70, yeah, like over here. It's not that bad though. It could be worse, okay? It could be worse. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's not necessarily a threat, it just could be worse. Like, I'm not gonna purposefully make the dupes' lives worse. I would be very mean of me. I prefer to make... you guys gotta stop getting scalded here. I guess you're coming in here to try to dig this out and then it's just not working for you. Or you're trying to build this ladder, I guess, because ladders have a higher priority. 7.3 ton of lead though, that's pretty nice. So... okay, that's interesting. That felt a little laggy. I'm not sure if that was because of all the water physics that was going on there, but I did feel like it was a little laggy there. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so someone's idle. Who doesn't have something to do? Frankie? Really? You don't have... where? Oh, it's because you're stuck? Yeah, sorry. I guess this wasn't planned out well enough. There, now you can get out. You won't suffocate, and you are not stuck anymore. So, none of this will work to begin with if we don't have any piping. Just pretty much stating the obvious, though. But, oh, we have enough beds, so let's get rid of these beds over here. We can open this door up and priority 6 this wall here. That should allow us to, there we go. So this should now be a full-size barracks. Come on. Oh, because of this wall, this tile. And let's put in some, where is it? A liquid reservoir here, and let's put one here too. So the idea is we will go in here first, and if it's full, we will go out here. And we can, there we go. So that way we don't necessarily have to worry about pumping everything out all the time. It'll save us on power. Okay, and liquid pumps over here. So we want to output here and output there as a secondary. This is going to be our water, so this will be our secondary. No, I want it to be a little different than that. So we go up, down, like that. There we go. And then we go from here, we go over here, and we go down like that. There we go. That should work beautifully. Once I add bridges. So you should be a secondary to this, which should fill in all of the slots, which we will eventually want to go this way. And in the same sense where it goes in here, and if it doesn't like what it sees, it would drop it off here. Now we're not going to put that there because that's not ready yet. We're not going to put the drop off. For sure, not yet. And then once we have what we want here, in the same sense, we can then move things. So this should allow us to at least get started with having a proper lavatory. We'll probably need some water to begin with, and some power. There we go. Once this is all built, this should allow us to use this washroom. And this is actually done already, right? This should be a... No, we need this and this are higher priority, and that means we can get rid of these things. I'll put that there. So let's not delete this just yet. But let's delete that, that, and that. Because as soon as these two buildings are built, we should be having a great hall here, which will increase their morale abilities. Eventually. Everyone has a seat. Everyone can benefit from the mess hall. How is operational doing? Badly, apparently. Can no one come in here, I guess? No, you can go in. I guess it's just people haven't been prioritizing making that. That's fine. And Harold has learned new skills. So I'm going to improve your strength, and I'm going to improve your ranching. Apparently you're supposed to be a rancher. Okay, and Nails, you are looking good, so let's make you run faster. I thought Harold, oh, you are Harold. I thought Harold learned a new skill. I had no clue who Harold was. Oh, ghost. I should have apparently have waited a couple seconds. You apparently do not have very high base morale. So I'm not sure I should... There we go. Why is that though? You're on here, right? You have access to all of the best, no? Why are you not happier? You have great hall, standard meal, 4-shift break, interested skills, washroom. Oh, but you haven't done any surfing or dancing? Why not? Come on. Don't be a party pooper here. You want to surf and you want to dance and surf and dance all night long here. I expect you to be happy. And I can't... You don't look like you're very happy right now. And that just makes, you know, my expectations... You don't want to... You want to make me happy, right? Like... I want to make you happy. You want to make me happy. Huh. That's interesting. The way that was set up was preventing anything extra from falling, I guess. Apparently, Travaldo, you're burning. You're not liking this. Stop. Okay, he stopped. Oh, we're almost done digging this. That wasn't that bad, actually. No one got too seriously injured. I don't think anyone's in the medical beds that I built. No, that wasn't that bad at all. We're almost done demolishing this. We all have access to a bunch of not core. Well, I have access to a bunch of... This should be going down, right? Yeah. I feel like it's gone up, though. I feel like I have a little bit more spore child than I had before. Really should be going down. Maybe it's going up on the crude oil. And that's why? Yeah, crude oil, it lasts forever. So that's why. Because it has contact with crude oil, which keeps the zombie spores alive. So even if this would normally have died by now, it doesn't because of the crude oil. That makes sense. Oh, we are... So this should be a Great Hall now, right? Great Hall... No, Mess Hall. But... Are you just not big enough, I guess? But this is where I would normally put the wall. This is 16, right? What's missing for you to be a Great Hall? No... Yeah... Building 6. This is a... Is this not a big enough decor bonus? Compared to Mint Leaf, I guess? So I guess in this one I should put the leaf, because I'm pretty sure the leaf makes it so that... put you down here. Destroy you. And let's oxidize the area. With some power cables. There you go. I guess that's just... Don't really know what to say to that. Yeah, so as I was thinking, the hydrogen here is just not being very friendly to... I'm gonna vent off some of this hydrogen. I do not care for it to be around. It is not treating my food source very nicely. I want it to go bye-bye. Oh, scalding. Yeah, that's fine. You're okay. Oh, maybe you should go to a recovery bed. Okay, so I click on this. There we go. What's your price? Whoa, no. You're going to bed. You and Travaldo. How about you guys go to bed preemptively? Because I don't like what I'm seeing here. There we go. Okay, that's cool. There we go. That never busted once. I made a ton of steel, literally, and everything seemed fine. The temperature around here, it got a little high over here, but that's okay. Maybe I should add in another metal block over here. Oh, look at that. Now someone else is sitting in the very hotness. I guess next would be, I'm gonna add another one here, and Gossman, you go to bed now too. So new printables. What am I going to print? Some algae or puff. So that's easy enough. So over here we need some more algae. Look at that, beautiful. More algae. Okay, so if my assumption is correct, I could be able to take this leaf, and that leaf should be more decor than this bud, which should make it so that we have now, well, there we go. Now this leaf is more decor, 25 decor, which was the problem of why this wasn't turning into a Great Hall. So now this should be a Great Hall. There we go. I was right. Your idol. What do I need you to do here? I'm gonna assume we're gonna get Drecos soon. So I'm gonna need to start my 2 Dreco areas. So each one of them would be about this big. I'm gonna slide them up on the side here. All my ranching is apparently going to be over here. Or should I have it more down here? Because that's where, yeah, I'm gonna put it down here. So Drecos need a specific temperature for their food. I do not very much recall how I like to do this, but I think this should be pretty accurate. So if I put 1, 2, 3, so this should allow me to put there we go. And how much space is this that's left? So that is 56 plus 35. So 56, that's 891, right? So 35 plus 50 is 85 plus 6, 91. And I want a space of 96. So I need more space than this. Oh, I thought this would have been enough. Oh, but so this is 91. So plus these 4 is 95. 96 would be here. This actually should be perfect. That doesn't sound right. So 56 plus 35 is 91, 95, 96. So if I just put the door right here, that should just work. That should just be the right size I need for Dreco Farm right here. Oh, yes, but I need to, so I am underthinking this. I'm going to put the door here, and I'll need to compensate for 5 tiles worth of tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where I can put like my shearing station. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I need to also put food. How does this ever work? So I do need Yeah, I just didn't consider enough things. So 1, 2, 3. So this should allow us to then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we want to put food here. That's probably the part that I forgot about. So that's significantly less tiles here. That's 43 plus, so 40, 43, 44, 68, 72, 76, 70, 80, 76, 80, 92. That is not enough by so very little. I will need, so I need this. So I need these 5 tiles for everything I need. Why is this not, oh, because this isn't actually 16. That's why this isn't working out. I forgot that this is not the full length of everything I wanted. Oh, if this is 16, there we go. That makes it a little bit better. That probably solves a lot of our problems, actually. So that's 48, 50, 82. Yeah, so 82, 80, 90, 4, 6. So yeah, that's far too many slots now. We need these to go away. So we'll need to figure out what we're going to do about all of these extra slots. But this is more than enough. It's probably too many for us right now. So this will be Dreco Ranch number 1. We'll do the exact same thing over here twice. Oh, we don't want to go that far. So they can start building some of these Dreco ranches. There we go. So, oh yeah, and my tiles. Okay, that should be at least a good place to get started. Let's build these first. Make sure no one gets trapped. Always want to build the ladders first. Make sure no one gets trapped. Wow, you guys are... I guess it is quite burning hot down here. Enough that you guys really don't like... Ren, you go to bed next, I guess. I was doing good, and now everyone is in these cots. I guess I forgot to make this 50. Oh well, Ren takes advantage of that forgetfulness of mine. Okay. Oh, so how are you doing, Shrubora? We're doing good on food. Good is relative, obviously. We're doing okay on food. Doing okay on oxygen. Oh, so these should... Okay, they have the pipes, but they don't have the water. So I still can't just take care of these polluted oxygens just yet. But everyone here should be significantly happier with their morale needs. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna need to do a polluted oxygen run. So, how are you looking? Okay, so I'm gonna put 1 kilo of Swampy Delight, 2 kilos of Swampy Delight in here as priority 7. Nothing in here, but you will obviously be priority 7, 6. Breathable, oxygen, enable autoballing. You're going to be an 8. Bubbles. There we go. So that should fill in this vacuum. Hope is also going to have the same thing. So 2 kilos of Swampy Delight. Let's get rid of these 2 buildings, and there's still plenty of oxygen left here. Okay, so we are gonna start filling this place with oxygen. This takes a little bit. Okay, and we can also get rid of all these. We'll want to put an outhouse and a mess table. Okay, so how are the outside versions of these things? Do you have enough carbon dioxide? Do you have any carbon dioxide yet? Nope, no carbon dioxide yet for you. Do you have any oxygen yet? No, because we don't have an output pipe. Okay, so where is my carbon dioxide problem? So if it's not carbon dioxide, it doesn't matter because it's... Okay, and the reason for this is I never gave you power. Yeah, that was my bad. So on that note, I do want to go to this asteroid. Here is, I want to send over some plastic. Manufacturing material, plastic, allow manual use. I think we're good with the plastic usage on this map for now. So let's put it over to the other map. Aaron. Okay, so you're bringing me the plastic. Do I have someone else that is eligible? Nope. Yeah, they're all okay now. Really? 50 kilos? That's all you brought? Okay, well let's see if that's good enough. All I really want to make is a high pressure vent. There we go. Destroy you. Okay, I'll destroy you and replace you with a high pressure vent. Eventually. There you go. Nails will eventually come through here and replace you with a high pressure vent. What? I thought we had someone coming to get you. Okay, well, on that note though, you should be all ready. No, you don't. You're not. I really do want to start sending this person over though. You are much more ready, but you don't have any. Let's just launch you out. Who will be your crew? Do I have another? So I have Lyra as the main pilot. This one is much quicker. So I guess we can have Jean as the second pilot. So once you have your pilot in place, what's the problem? Breathability, which I swear I thought I did turn off. Why did it tell me if it's off? Okay, so breathability is, yeah, which is why I'm trying to send a rocket. I know about this issue, is all I'm trying to say. I really want to send you off. I need the dupe to arrive. Okay, and now launch. Yes, set your landing pad here. Oh, did I forget about this? How much? Oh, that's not that bad. Okay, so that's plenty of oxygen with some backup oxygen. I don't think you can actually build any of this stuff, so you'll just eat. And then pee on the floor. That's okay. So that's destroyed. So ventilation, give me my there we go. So that should allow me to pump all this carbon dioxide eventually. They just don't like being down here. It's too warm. Like that's almost 100 degrees. I have a lot of scaldings. That's what happens when you don't have any atmosuits and you just go with the flow. You get a lot of scaldings. Forgot to power this. Yeah, you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Much as I would love to be able to send over some of that oxygen, I don't think you're going anywhere anytime soon. Yep. Let's just mop that up, please. Perfect. How is that trip going? We're almost done. Okay. Once this is built, we will be able to send over some of our... I'm assuming it's the water that froze. It doesn't like... Let's change these to a bunch of insulated tiles. It should help with some of this freezing. Frankie, oh, look at that. We actually used the shower now. That means we can destroy all of these. Great, that's very good. That means we are going to start getting some polluted water, which we can then use to there you go. Which we will then use for our food source. There we go. And once that's done, we can get rid of our dependency on mealwood. Oh, look at that, you are here. And you're good to go. So acknowledge warning and launch back. Let's go. Perfect. That worked very well. So that should give us plenty of oxygen and should re-top off some of our water needs. Does anyone need to go in bed? We have beds. Nope, no one needs the beds. Good. So Hope is on her way back. That 200% speed is very helpful. And how is this guy doing? Doing good. Yeah, so we're replacing all of these with insulated tiles to make it a little bit less easy to burst open. So now we're getting some carbon dioxide, so this should work as I expected. If it works as I expected, we shouldn't have too much of an issue with this eventually getting some other elements in play. Let's cover this up. I don't like exposing my wiring. There we go. Are you, Lyra? Yeah, you obviously don't have anything to do. That's perfectly fine. There's some carbon dioxide. So when Hope... Yeah, you just have nothing to do, which is fine. Just drive the ship. Be happy. Once we arrive there, back in 80 seconds, you know deep in your heart that you are one of the main reasons, if not the only reason, why this asteroid hasn't died off yet. So you can take some solace in that. How's the germs looking? Yeah, nice pink germs. And some less nice yellow germs everywhere. That's okay. It's not like that's too much of a concern for us right now. Okay. So the next trip we will bring over some bog bucket seeds and start the process of... Okay, so we are home. Let's deliver the oxygen and water. And just if there was some way to automate the process of putting some sugar in the sugar engine and some oxidizer in the oxidizer engine, that would make this perfect. Like an optional way of making that an option. Breathable gas. Let's refill. And does Hope need some more? Yeah, same thing for Hope. So oxygen, let's refill. People tend to come up here and then use that oxygen for, I guess, oh, well, no, you do take water. So you do bring water over to Shrubora. That will eventually, maybe I'll make one for polluted water also. Because we will eventually, like, the moment the only source of polluted water we get is our duplicants having a good time in the washroom. So we will eventually need to take care of that. But I think we're going to stop it for tonight. This looks much better. This third asteroid actually looks like it's in a good position. Soon we have 4 dupes living here full time. I only see 3 cots. I don't know where the 4th cot is. Oh, right here. We should destroy that so that they can actually leave a room. We have an actual washroom, great hall, and barrack combination. Everything is where it should be. Ignore the fact that this great hall's walls are made of algae and slime. And we have a good reservoir for water. I'm getting quite tired. So this looks much better. We are regularly supplying them with oxygen and water, as they do not have a good way of making their own oxygen, like any way of making their own oxygen, other than like the only oxygen we're getting is oxyferns. Oxyferns is giving us some oxygen from the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, but otherwise we don't have any other source. Like we can go down here, grab some more algae, but we don't have any other source of oxygen. Getting nice cold oxygen from off asteroid is currently how we are surviving this map. But it is working. It's definitely working. Our temperatures are looking okay. If anything, it's a little chilly up here. Hopefully, it's fine. Ignore the temperatures for near the rockets. No one cares that the things are so hot. But yeah, this asteroid is such a better position. We now have our second rocket with trying out the carbon dioxide engine, which I do not like, mainly because the maximum module for this engine is so small. I did not know that the engine was this small. Otherwise, we have some carbon dioxide. We're doing regular transportations with sugar engines. We are running a little low on fertilizers, so I'm thinking of making a way of making fertilizers, and we are starting our Dreco ranch right here, where we will be, ranching our Drecos, both the normal Drecos and the shiny Drecos in each one of these ranches. And on the last, in my opinion, probably best asteroid we have right now, we broke into the oil biome, like just literally broke into it. We just dug down and ripped it out. We didn't even use Atmo suits. No one died. We did have some injuries. Only Ren is left, so that's not that bad. We did have some injuries, but no one died. That's the crucial part. And we are almost done with digging up this part of the asteroid. As you can see, the magma biome has completely solidified, and it is definitely leaking a lot of heat. But this is also why we decided to start digging it down here, as this is the furthest part in the oil biome from the original igneous rock here, or from the magma biome. So the heat has a long time to go. Before it reaches our area. So ideally we have one reservoir here, and another one here. So I don't know. So we have 2 more reservoirs here. So in total we have 5. We can tap into these 2 to start because they're more easily in reach, and start having a energy positive, I guess, process of turning some of this water that we have over here into power. We don't need power. We definitely don't need power, but I want this process in place. And then once we have a petroleum boiler in place, which I will look into how to make how I want to make one of them here. We don't have volcanoes on this asteroid, so I might just take the oil and ship it over, and then have the process of boiling it happen on Grosera, as this one has 1, 2, 3 volcanoes that I know of so far. So shipping the oil back over here, boiling it, burning it off, turning it into water, and then shipping the water back is essentially the whole process. So that would be a water positive process, and might not happen next video, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably try to tame those 2 reservoirs during the next stream tomorrow. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of the conversations. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, and don't forget to save. Bye, guys.